Okay, so this video basically it's on the CDI because everybody seems to not know the true answers about these adjustable CDIs with the little adjustable dial here. So the only real way to figure out if any of this, if it works, is to use a scope and test it. So with this circuit, basically what I've done, there's two 12 volts, so I can get a lot of current for the CDI. There's an RPM gauge there, and also, folks, the black banded box. This unit, in conjunction with a CDI, a battery or batteries, and you can be running electronic ignition, which is what I've shown in all my videos. If you look through, you'll see I always seem to show you the box. What I've done is just basically set this all up together, and I'm using an oscilloscope because I need to see if when I adjust this dial right over here, it's going to make adjustment to the timing. This yellow wire right here, I wouldn't advise anybody do this at home now so you know what you're doing, but this yellow wire right here is the output, the signal coming out of the CDI going to the coil. So you got that wire there, and then the wire on the other side, the blue one that you can see in that plug harness, that's directly connected here, which is this white wire, which comes over to here where I'm picking up my signal from my generator, right? So I'm using the generator here to produce the signal because off the magneto, it produces a pulse, and you just use the pulse, obviously. But in this case, I'm just going to use hertz. You can use hertz to measure with RPMs, and obviously I got my ground here as well. But so I'm measuring the signal from the unit in hertz and the difference between these two wires. So when I start to adjust this dial here, up on this screen over there, once I start it up, those two lines should show a difference, whether the line goes to the left or to the right. That would give me an idea whether the timing is actually being adjusted, or what is this thing doing, if it's doing anything. Because from what I'm seeing in the videos, it doesn't seem to do anything. It works really well if you want an always start. The bike always starts. That's one thing I can say, versus just a plain magneto. And originally when I had built this whole system, it was for that, reliability. So if you're into that, definitely. And I would imagine the higher the RPM range you can go, it's the higher this box will go. It's just going to give you a better spark, far as I see. But let's test the circuit and let's see what it does. So over here, I'm just going to connect the signal to the wire. And you'll hear this. You'll hear the spark. Oh, there we go. You'll hear the spark firing right now. And right up on the screen, we can see. So the yellow square wave up there, that's coming from the generator. And over here, these peaks, what you're looking at right here, if you look, you can actually see that line just almost dead on. This line right here, almost dead on with that line right there. So I can stretch this out just a little bit, just so you can see what's happening here. So you can see the line dead on. Now, if I increase the frequency right here, so I'm at around 12, 13 hertz over here, see, it's going to tighten up, and you can actually hear the spark plug firing over there. So you see, it's actually working. You can see that line there. Those lines are matching up. Now, if I adjust that dial, this line right here, this should adjust and not be in line with that. It should not be directly in line with that. It's firing exactly as it's receiving the signal, it's putting it out. So to do this, what I'm going to do, I'm going to lower the frequency back, bring it back to an idle. Another thing what I found was this dial only seems to work when it's at around 1,000 RPM. Anything over, I would say 1,500, it doesn't do anything. So here it is. Put the driver inside, and I'm adjusting the screw. And you'll see that is what it's done. You can obviously hear the spark plug firing over there. If you want to see, very good, very nice spark, by the way. Like I said, if you're just into always making sure your bike fires without the magneto, well, it has the magneto, but this is just an addition with the obviously the Black Bandit box and all this. But it's, you know, we're toying around because this is a hobby for the most of us, and the guys are into big tuning like myself. I just go extra. So that is what's happened there since I've adjusted the dial fully. So 180 degrees. And this dial, by the way, it has numbers from 1 to 3. Now if I come to my screen, you can see let's just see where those lines are hitting right now. Okay. All right. Now, let's just make an adjustment back and let's see what that line does. If it has changed, which it should. Just look back. Interesting. I can't tell if it's actually adjusted. Let me try something. Okay, I'll keep this up here. I'm going to put it right in the middle and see what it does here. Okay, so as a matter of fact, that is proof. This unit does adjust the timing because we've seen it for ourselves now that that line on the bottom there, the blue line, it was adjusting. It actually did adjust. That's why I had to kind of sit back, put the camera towards it just to see. Now, here's another way. If you're into resonance, exhaust tuning resonance, that will be another project I'm going to be working on. But for now, because I got the head off, the bike's back there. I got the head off, the cylinder head, and taking off a couple layers. So just for now, I figured I'd do this little video for you guys. But we also got a thing here which you can use. It's a hertz to RPM calculator. So I got this right now showing at 100 hertz. I can change it just so you can see that I've changed it. I'll put 50 hertz. Hit convert. 3,000 RPM. So let's see what happens here. 3,000 RPM. I'm gonna go to 50 hertz up on my my generator. Go to 50 hertz. Gotta fine tune it here. Okay, so it's around 50 hertz right there. And if I come over to my RPM gauge, see, 3000 RPM. So if you really wanted to get into tuning with resonance, which I will show you, and probably I'm not gonna know if I get that video out this year, but I will get one out with resonance and tuning. You're getting the right tuning out and produce the most power based on your combustion process and timing. This video is just to show you guys that we need to put things a little bit more to test, obviously, because when you read about these adjustable CDIs, no one really has anything to say besides it's a capacitive discharge ignition, and not a lot of information out there. So the only way I could really prove or know that this unit is doing what they say it's doing is obviously by doing something like this, you know, adjusting the timing there. So does it work? Yes, it does work based on what I've seen here and what we've been able to gather. So anyway, I guess you might want to see how high I can bring these RPMs up. So maybe I'll do that just before I end this video. So I come over to here, and I can get up to around 200 hertz before I have to step up, and then it's going to be too much for the if I go to here, it's too much for the CDI, so I got to stay in the 200 hertz range here. I'm going to increase the signal. You can see over there what's happening. It's getting tighter. And if I come over here, I'm going to put around 8,000 RPM. And I can still keep going. So can the CDI take it? It's definitely taking it because I've got it up at right there, it's about 11,500 RPM. I just don't have this generator. I'm right now sitting at 233 hertz. So let's see what it shows if I punch it in the calculator here. 233 hertz. So 233. See, so it's, I would say it's a bit off. There's obviously a little bit off, but yeah, I don't think it's a clean 233 at the top when this unit's putting out the power. Yeah, so this is 11,000 right here, and I guess if I was to just kind of move this dial, it hasn't moved. Okay. So even at 216, the dial is still sitting at 11,000, which is, there's some kind of overshoot with the generator. So let's try that. 216 and see what happens here. Yeah, see, so 216 still showing it should be around 12,000. So there's an overshoot. Let's just see if I bring it down some more. .200 hertz. Let's see what happens. So we can go down to 200 hertz. Just 200. 12,000 RPM. So Yeah, there's, I would imagine there's some losses here and there. It's not really rigged up that good, but I'm definitely able to get a lot more current from the two batteries over there, and to get this thing up running a little bit better so that I can do a really good demo. But yeah, there it is. So is it adjusting the timing? It definitely is. It does work. So anyway, for the people who don't know about this system, there's a little more insight for you. Stay tuned. This is the Black Bandit box alongside the Black Bandit back there, folks. Stay tuned.